excited. We're kind of talking about the holidays here too. We've got our friend Deanne Servos from the Prodigy Pantry, and we're making enchiladas today. But first, I want to talk about some of the events that you've got going on, some of the events that didn't happen, but you're throwing a party for it.
We are. Unfortunately, that terrible storm system went through last weekend, so we had for the first time in 10 years to cancel Turkey Trot. But don't worry, we're bringing it back as a parking lot party on Saturday at 10 o'clock. We're inviting our vendors and sponsors to come out, all the folks that would have come to the Turkey Trot to come on down and have a good time. But come at 9 and help us fill our Thanksgiving food boxes. It's what the turkeys are all about. That's why we have a Turkey Trot in October, so that we can pay for the 18,000 pounds of turkey that we will distribute in November with the Thanksgiving boxes that are being put together Saturday morning at 9 o'clock. So grab your kids, wear closed-toed shoes, come to Prodigy Pantry, help us fill 1,500 food boxes in about an hour, and then wander to the back parking lot and have a good time.
That is going to be so fun, and it's going to be beautiful outside too, according to Michael, and it's going to feel nice and cool. So it's going to feel like Thanksgiving. This will definitely get you into that holiday spirit. But I want to talk about enchiladas first. Now, when I think of enchiladas, I typically think of beef or chicken, but we have a twist on it.
It's a tasty turkey enchilada because of turkey. You know, when you cook a big turkey and you have turkey left over and you've eaten it into sandwiches the next day, save it. You can freeze it or just pull it off the bones and you can make enchiladas.
Yeah, so let's get started on it this morning.
It is super easy. And this is a 28-ounce can of enchilada sauce. You pour a little bit in your pan with a tablespoon of oil, just to make sure nothing sticks. You add to that bell peppers, onions, olives are optional, mushrooms are optional, but we like our veggies at my house, so we put all of that in. Now, depending on seasoning and how hot you like it, you can do a jalapeno, which I will eventually.
Yeah, now you were telling Joe you made some last night, and they're pretty spicy, but we like spicy here on Studio 10.
Yes, well, don't forget you get a tablespoon and a half of chili powder, a teaspoon of cumin, because that really goes great with turkey or chicken. Yeah. And about 4 cups of shredded turkey.
And it looks beautiful. And turkey is so healthy for you and good for you. Well, it can be if you cook, you cook it the right way.
It's pretty lean, and then you go ahead and you add cheese. So, we just killed it. Yeah. But you can put your favorite cheese. This is a little bit of the cheese used to make queso, but whatever you have in your refrigerator. And I don't really measure anything, so cheese is a food group. So you put that in there, and you let it saute down for just a few minutes while you're microwaving your tortillas for 30 seconds so they're easy to roll.
Sounds good. And when you think there's enough cheese, then just add
a little bit more. I know.
Just whatever your heart desires. We also love cheese. Just put
some more cheese in there.
It is totally fine. So these are super easy. Of course, we're going to keep on making these throughout the show and roll them up and add the sauce, everything like that. But again, I want to talk about where they can find more information about the Prodigy Pantry and help you guys out during this holiday season.
Well, it's super easy. You can go to prodigypantry.org. That's our website. Follow us on Facebook. We keep everybody up to date on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So more details about the parking lot party will be there. We want you to come get your t-shirts. They're really cute, just like the button this year. And then we're going to plan for next year and hope for sunny weather on Turkey Trot. But a parking lot party, who can resist one?
I cannot. I know Joe Emer can't either, but we are so looking forward to these enchiladas, so you're going to want to stay tuned to see how we make these up. Joe?
Back in the kitchen with Deanne Servos from Prodigy Pantry. Thank you so much for being here once again.
Glad to be here.
Always happy to have you. We got to say that we're sorry that the big Turkey Trot got canceled.
But we're bringing it back as a parking lot party on Saturday.
So that's what we're talking about. We also want to tell the folks about Prodigy Pantry in general. So for those of you who don't know, tell us a little bit of information.
Well, we're Baldwin County's largest emergency food pantry, and we provide staple groceries to about 1,200 families every month, and we ramp it up during the holidays. We coordinate with other nonprofits, churches, to make sure that families can sit down to a Norman Rockwell type Thanksgiving dinner.
That's great.
Complete with a turkey, thanks to the Turkey Trot.
That's right. Think about that. 1,200 families a month, y'all. So to do what y'all do, you need an incredible amount of support from the community out there. And that's how things like the Turkey Trot and the big party this weekend come into play.
Yes, that's right. And so families can volunteer on Saturday and help us fill those 1,500 Thanksgiving boxes with all the basic basic items that you would have at a Thanksgiving feast.
Speaking of turkey, we're working on some turkey enchiladas today.
Well, this is a super easy recipe that you can have your kids help with because everybody likes to get their hands in their food. You just coat the bottom of the dish with your enchilada sauce. You can use green, red, whatever. It's not a science project. I always say you can, nothing's complicated when you cook as long as it tastes good in the end.
That's the main thing,
Have you ever
right?
rolled up an enchilada?
I have, but not in like any particular fashion or anything.
Okay, take an enchilada.
Okay.
Hold it
Yes.
like a taco.
Yes.
Not complicated. You take the spoon.
Okay.
Fill it up to the bottom of your hand.
Okay.
Okay. Fold in one, fold in the other, and quickly toss it in the dish. Oops. See?
Fold it. Well, you know what you need. You need one by
I
it
need
to help
one.
out.
I need a friend next to it.
There you go.
See how easy that is? And you can fill this dish up. Literally, this is a really easy, especially if you have all the stuff on hand and chopped up.
All right, sounds good. Hey, how can folks learn more about this party that's taking place this Saturday?
We're putting all our details on Facebook and on the website. And we'll have them up this afternoon, and we're looking forward to a great turnout.
All right, and we'll try to have the links to that on the Studio 10 tab so you can get this recipe for this and come out and help on out this Saturday as they get ready for turkey, a big season of giving. So many families in need this holiday season, and you can help out and have some fun doing so as well. Can't wait to try these out. When we come back, we're going to work on the pico de gallo too, correct?
Absolutely.
All right, sounds good. We'll do that and finish up in our final segment. Michael, we're watching the weather for a lot of the activities planned over the next few days and the weekend.
For the last time with our friend Deanne from the Prodigy Pantry, and we were talking about turkey enchiladas. Now we've already made, this one is done, this one's ready to go in the oven. We've got some more in the oven, so enchiladas for days. But when I think of enchiladas, I think of some pico to go with it.
Yes, and absolutely, this pico is super easy, and it will help cut the spice to these because it has a little avocado in it, tomato, onions, cilantro, and what's really great is you take a lime and some salt and pepper and you just stir it all up.
And
it's
that's so
easy and it's
easy.
healthy because we're about healthy foods at Prodigy Pantry.
Yeah.
People may not realize that every family leaves with 6 to 10 kinds of fresh produce when they come visit us. So it's super important that folks know that we're not just about canned foods, that we're about working with local farmers and putting fresh food on the tables of those of our neighbors in need.
Yeah, and we are doing that today for sure with all of these veggies. We've kind of, made our enchiladas more lean with the turkey. So, you can always,
You can
here
use
and there.
part skim cheese
Yeah.
if you want.
And you were telling me earlier you sometimes use Greek yogurt
I do. I use Greek yogurt instead of sour cream.
for your enchiladas.
And that is nice and firm, and it goes really well with the pico de gallo.
Yeah.
And if you have spicy enchiladas, which we do today, then a little bit of sour cream or Greek yogurt goes a long way in helping to cut the burn.
Right, so we put some
Little
lime
salt
juice
and
in there,
pepper.
salt and pepper, and just stir.
And just stir it up, and then you serve
Easy
it
as
next
that.
to an enchilada.
Beautiful. I'm going to try to plate one of these. There's so much cheese because, in the first segment we maybe
like the
added
cheese.
too much. Is there too much cheese? I don't know if that's ever a thing, right?
cheese is a food group.
Right. Okay, so let me try to get this.
It's a challenge. It is the challenge of the morning is can we plate the enchilada?
You know
Look
you're
at
having
that.
you're having a great day when the hardest thing you're doing is plating an enchilada.
Well, that's true. That's true.
Yummy.
So how yummy is that?
This looks delicious, and I'm going to put this right over here so we can get a good shot at that. These are so easy, but this is all for a really incredible cause and a really fun event going on Saturday.
Saturday is our parking lot party for Turkey Trot at Prodigy Pantry. We're inviting everyone to come out at 9 o'clock and help us fill our Thanksgiving food boxes for 1,500 families in need in Baldwin County, and then stay for the party.
Yeah, it's going to be so much fun, and then coming up, holidays are going to be here. If someone can't go to the parking lot party, but they want to help you out, how can they do that?
Go online to our website, go on our Facebook page, and help us out, or come lend your hands, because it takes a lot of work to do what we do, and last year we had over $1 million worth of service hours at Prodigy Pantry. The community cares to make sure that our families are fed and fed well.
Wow, and it helps our families here right on the Gulf Coast. So make sure that you go ahead and do that. We will have all the information about this delicious recipe, also about the Prodigy Pantry too on fox10tv.com coming up in maybe an hour or so. But thank you once again for coming on. We look forward to Saturday.
And thanks for talking turkey this morning.
Of course, talking turkey and talking enchiladas. Joe?